Hello guys. These are coming out a little later than I planned, but I've been quite busy. So, so they're still in theaters though. So there's still some getting here. I got a couple coming out here. First of these is Free Guy. Now this one came out, of course, this year. It's rated PG-13. It's an hour 55 long. It has 7.6 out of 10 on IMDb with about 49,000-ish user votes. It has 62% by Metacritic, but it's 190 critics. It stars, of course, Ryan Reynolds, we know from Deadpool and whatnot, and Jodie Comer. Somewhat, don't know if I'm familiar with her work or not. She was also in, Killing Eve for a bit, for quite a bit actually. So that's another thing right there. The movie is directed by Sean Levy, who he also produced Stranger Things, so that's cool. Um, and yeah, that's it for that part. On Rotten Tomatoes, the movie has 81% by critics with 255 critics, and 94% by audience people with 5,000-ish audience people. Critics' consensus is combining a clever concept, sweet, self-aware humor, and a charming cast. Free Guy is frivolous fun. The audience, what they say, is Free Guy is an all-around good time with a funny Ryan Reynolds performance leading an exciting story and some impressive visual effects. Yeah. So, I don't know. I knew it was going to be a good movie, but I actually loved it. I think a little bit more than even I thought I would. I think what really won me over about this movie and what really caught me off guard is that despite what the subject matter was, it was surprisingly somewhat wholesome. It managed to capture the true spirit of the evil of the bad of internet and online gaming, but yet it maintained a spirit of wholesomeness at the same time. It was brilliantly done. I think that's what kind of Ralph tries to break it. I feel like Ralph tries to break the internet. Ralph breaks the internet. I feel like they try to do that in the movie, but I think the problem with it is that you can't really do that with a GPG rating. You almost have to be PG-13 minimum. The internet just isn't a friendly place. It's just what it is. Um, yeah, everything's great. I don't really have any complaints at all. I mean, the jokes are funny. The effects are pretty good. Um, I like the story a lot. I like I kind of like a little bit of the mystery. There was a little bit of mystery elements. There was a few surprises in the climax that I loved, and the audience I was with, even though it wasn't a huge audience because the movie has been out for a bit, there was definitely it still got some good reactions. Um, the good guy bad guy thing actually worked out really well, and the movie actually has surprisingly, it feels like a very mature ending in terms of like how it handled the characters and their relationships. I really dug how this movie just knew how to handle things. It didn't rely on any tired cliches, really. I mean, you could argue that the role of the villain, which is not a spoiler because it's in the trailer. I mean, some people may argue that it might come across as a tad cliche, but to be honest, it actually is a very good representation of media. Like, people who don't game, like, you have no idea how some of these companies can treat their customers. Like, for example, that the bad guy, that could easily be the personification of EA in a nutshell. It really is. Um, yeah, I really dug the movie overall. My only fear is if they try to make a sequel of it. I don't really think a movie like this needs a sequel. I think everything was resolved perfectly. I mean, if you get a great writer, maybe you can squeeze something good out of it. But at this point, it's like, just let the movie be what it is. I don't know. I kind of respect films that know when to just be good and end where it is, even if it's only one movie, because it just feels solid, complete. It doesn't feel like a commitment, like, oh, they're making a sequel, I have to see it. Instead of like, oh, that was a great film. I can watch it anytime and I'd still get, the same thing. I mean, I kind of miss when movies weren't afraid of to just be one film. You know, I don't mind sequels or continuing storylines or anything like that, but at the end of the day, I don't know. I kind of like the idea of a movie just being one and done. So we'll see where it goes from there. But yeah, I love this movie a lot. I definitely recommend seeing this in theaters when you get it if you get a chance. Um, I do overall think I even like how they handled everything. And you know what? I like the idea of what they brought up because I mean it's not really giving away because it isn't a trailer. I mean, the characters where he's at, I like how they brought that up in the movie and how they kind of juggled with these ideas and these philosophies without getting too far into it. They went far enough where it was made sense, it was intriguing, but it didn't start dominating the movie. I did hear some slight criticisms of some people thinking that the beginning was way better than the first half was way better than the second half because the second half it does start juggling a bit more between characters, but I thought to be honest, the beginning was great, but I thought as the movie got going, it got better. Like all great movies do, as they get going, they keep getting awesome and awesome. But yeah, I love this movie. It's just one of those movies where I just feel like it has the right balance of like capturing the spirit of the internet, but yeah, but it has a soul, a good soul to it. It just definitely definitely one of those movies where I just feel like it just it's just I just feel like I'm gonna look back and I'm just gonna think of when I saw this movie and just be like, yeah, that was a good time. That was a good moment. And that's what I'm gonna feel like in my life. That's why I love going to theaters and going to these movies because I can always just pick out when, oh yeah, I went to see it that time. Yeah, I remember that time. That's why I like those kind of things. It just makes those kind of things just make everything go round, you know? But yeah, overall, it's a great movie. I definitely recommend checking out in theaters for sure. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching. And in case you want to chat with me, Mike, or anyone else at the Campy Company, you don't want to use the YouTube comment section, we do have a couple options. First one is we have a Discord channel. You can find a link to that in about page slash about section of our channel. We also have a discussion tab in our channel as well, and you can access that through a PC or laptop computer. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos, and have a good day.